The US government loves baby mamas, and why wouldn't they? It's the most profitable business out there. You don't even see any nuclear families anymore. And you're probably wondering, what's a nuclear family? Well, it's one where there's a mom, a dad, and kids, and they're becoming more and more rare. What you see is single moms, single dads, and a lot of broken homes. And maybe you're wondering why. Well, all you gotta do is follow the money. If you look into it, it's more profitable to have families that are broken than it is to have families that are whole. Social workers come and take your kids. Who's paying those social workers? You are. The first system that benefits from you guys fighting is the court system. In fact, it's designed to profit off of your pain. Think about it. What usually happens when a husband and wife fight? They decide we want a divorce. Then they have custody battles. Then one of them has to pay child support. All of that is money. Money and time and energy. You're wasting all of that, and there's someone on the other end that's profiting. You think the judges are in it because they care about you? The lawyers care about you? The social worker cares about you? No, they're collecting a paycheck, and you're going through pain and they get money. So the system is built and incentivized around your pain, around keeping you guys in turmoil, around keeping you fighting. Because guess what? If you are a happy family, you don't need a divorce lawyer. You don't need to pay child support. You won't have a custody battle. You don't need any of that. And that's money you're taking out of their pockets. So the court system that's there to help you is actually there to feed off of you. The next system that profits off of your pain and your family breaking up is the prison system. The school to prison pipeline is a real thing. Fatherless kids are sent to prison. Look at the statistics in prison. 90% of the prisoners are men that grew up without a father. 90% of the people in prison didn't have a father. And that's what the system wants. You know, majority of the prisons in America are for profit. So not only do they break up the family and they make money in the courts and through divorce and custody battles and child support, then the father is removed from the home. A lot of times the women get custody of their kids, and the kids grow up under the mom while she's relying on the resources of the state. So she's incentivized to keep the father away because they're paying her per head, per child. They'll give her a free home, they'll give her food, but they'll give her just enough that she's still miserable, like under the poverty line, really close to it, but just enough to be like, you don't need your man. You know? And the kids grow up, and more likely than not, those kids without a father end up in prison, working for, if they're lucky, $1 a day. Look at the prisoners in California, the ones that were helping with the fires. They were paid less than $1 a day. And that's what we know about. Besides all of the other injustices that happen to people that are thrown in prison, half of them don't even belong in prisons and are thrown in there because of racism. It's insane. So as a woman, if you're watching this, think twice before filing for a divorce. This video is brought to you by CollectivelyMarried.com. Every marriage can be saved. It takes two to want to save it. Book a call with me on CollectivelyMarried.com, and whatever you're going through, I guarantee you, it's not the worst thing in the world. You can resolve your issues. You just have to choose to. Besides the prison system, let's talk about foster care. How many kids are thrown into foster care systems? And the state can't wait to get its hands on children and throw them in these systems. And how many people reap the rewards? Not only do they get paid to take care of your kid, it's like, why isn't the state paying you to take care of your own kids? But when they rip them from your home, they'll pay someone else to take care of them. More incentive. The social worker that comes to pick up that kid and throw them in a foreign home, they get paid by the same system. Everybody is incentivized to break up your family because they make a profit off of it. So now on one end, you have the mom getting money from the state, incentivized to keep the father away from the kids, because as long as the father's not in the picture, she can collect a paycheck. And guess what happens to those dads? They get alienated. They're left behind. You know, most men, they thrive off of having a purpose. You ever watch the movies when there's like a hostage situation and the killer is coming to shoot a man and the man's like, stop, no, I have kids. Most men live for their families. They live for their kids. They live to provide. You know, when a man gets a little bit of money, he's like, I can't wait to take care of someone. When a woman gets a little bit of money, she's like, oh, I'm independent. I don't need a man. Men are actually designed to care for other people. And now you remove the one thing that they're supposed to be a role model for, take care of. You remove their kids from them. You remove their wife from them. Now there's a whole generation of these men that are aimless. They don't have kids. They don't have anything that they have to think about before they do something stupid. And guess what? A lot of them end up doing really stupid things. And the worst part is, a lot of them have kids that they want to be in their kids' lives. They want to be good fathers, but they're not allowed to. They're pushed away. Anytime they make an effort, they're belittled. It's like, what are you even doing? We've all seen videos of fathers trying and the mothers belittling them or mocking them or straight up just not letting them get access to their kids at all. For what? A paycheck from the government that doesn't care about you? That's incentivized to keep you broke? Trust me, you'll make more as a wife than you will as a baby mama. Any day. And not just financially, spiritually. Your own kids, it's better for them. These children that grow up without a dad, the best case scenario is they'll end up at a McDonald's. The worst case scenario is you lose them, whether it's to drugs, to prison, or their lives altogether. So if you're going through stuff in your marriage, that's normal. Every marriage has ups and downs. That's the point of marriage. Marriage is a mirror to you. It shows you who you are as a person. It's your other half telling you, hey, these are some things about you that you need to better. And they stick around even though they've seen the worst of you. Don't be that person that you can't even look at the worst of you and become better. That you want to be in delusion. That you prefer to lie to yourself and say, I'm not the problem, everybody else is. No. If your spouse has problems with you and you're fighting with your spouse, it's not just your spouse. Chances are you are the problem. Be accountable for yourself. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I really need to change? Because it's not just you who relies on it. Your entire family relies on it. And I'm not just talking about your kids. I'm talking about their kids. When you make a mistake, it's not just your burden to carry. The trauma your kids will carry, their kids will carry, their great-grandkids will carry. Everyone down your line will carry your trauma. So take a deep breath. Look at yourself in the mirror and fix yourself. If you're watching this video, you're already one step ahead. You want to fix yourself. Take the actions. Say Bismillah. Tawakkalu ala Allah. Rely on God. But also do things that make you better. Listen to your spouse. If your spouse says you're selfish, don't think, oh, you don't know, you're the selfish one, and get all defensive. Be like, how am I acting that makes my spouse feel like I'm selfish? And try to change. Do things that are the exact opposite of what you normally would do. It's not difficult. And if you need help, you could always book a call with me. CollectivelyMarried.com. That's the website. It's easy. You get on there. My picture is right up front. The button is very clear. Click, book, and I'll talk to you. Now I want to talk to the women that want to punish the father by keeping the kids away. They're like, oh, I fought with him. I'm going to punish him. He'll never see his kids again. Wait. I'm going to take him to court, and that'll be the last day he even looks at his kids. You think you're punishing him? You think you're punishing the father? Maybe. You're definitely causing him pain. But guess what? You're causing yourself and your kids pain as well. Every child needs their mother and their father. Regardless of how you feel about that man, you felt good enough to spread your legs and let him come inside you. Felt good enough to raise the kids and actually be pregnant 9 months and deliver. If you didn't abort the child's not just your property. I don't care if it was inside of you 9 months and you gave birth to it. You need the father. They need their father. In fact, studies show that the most successful mothers are the ones that have the support of the husband. That's it. That's the only metric for success. That you have your husband around you. And support of the husband isn't even the husband helping you with the kids. It's purely having the husband around is enough support for the mother to be a good mother. There's certain things a kid will do in front of their mom that they wouldn't even dare think about in front of their dad. And you know it. Look, the internet is full of moms telling their kids, hey, stop doing that. The second the dad talks, the kid is like straightened up and stops. You know, everybody laughs at them and it's like, and then everybody turns around. Men and women are the same. No, they're not. الرجال قوامون على النساء. Men are leaders of the women. And men have something inside of them, even within each other. There's hierarchies. Like men are naturally designed for leadership and to acknowledge when there's a leader. And kids know this. It's like a natural instinct in them. They can see that their father is the leader. They can see that their mother is the emotional one, that they can manipulate emotionally, take advantage of, and, do whatever they want, get away with it. Even the strictest mom on earth is nowhere near the most lenient dad. There's something dads have. You have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge it's not even just about acknowledging the man, it's about acknowledging God and how God created us. Ultimately, look at the bigger picture. If the court system is against you, the prison system benefits from fatherless kids. Everybody makes a dime off of your pain. You have to ask yourself, is it really worth it to break my family up? For what? For what? Or maybe I face the reality that I can be a better person, that I'm not perfect, that I could do better for my spouse, for my kids, inshallah, and give them the best chance at life. Give my kids the best chance at life, give my husband or my wife the best chance at life, and give myself. Yes, you can give yourself the best chance in life by fixing yourself and fixing your marriage.